News 8 has learned the woman who bought the guns used in the Christmas Eve ambush that killed 2 West Webster firefighters is free.
Dawn Nguyen finished her 8-year sentence earlier this month, released from a halfway house in Pittsburgh after spending most of her time in a federal prison in West Virginia. There are many who think about it every time they see that thin strip of land that separates Irondequoit Bay from Lake Ontario. The house fire that drew West Webster firefighters to Lake Road on Christmas Eve morning in 2012. The gunfire that met them. The 4 firefighters shot, 2 of them killed. The man who set up the ambush. The woman who bought the convicted felon the guns he couldn't buy himself. Dawn Nguyen. Because the shooter took his own life, Nguyen became the living symbol of that tragedy, the focus of anger, especially at her trial, especially from firefighters. Nguyen said at the time she bought the guns for her neighbor more than 2 years before the shooting, having been told they'd be used for hunting. She had no idea what was to come, she said. But eventually, Nguyen pleaded guilty to federal charges linked to that straw purchase and was sent to spend the rest of her 20s and 3 years beyond in prison.
Been there over 5 years. She's never been in trouble yet.
Her mother, 3 years ago, begging for early release, saying she's been a model prisoner.
She'll get out and she'll still be good.
And now, at 32 years old, Dawn Nguyen is out. So ending one chapter in this tragedy and beginning a new, unwritten one in her life. I asked the Federal Bureau of Prisons today about parole, and they said they don't release that kind of information, so I'm going to have to look into that tomorrow. And I want to end this by recalling the 2 murdered that day, Tomas Kachuka and Mike Ciporini.